Is silver the next lithium? And will it cause the real silver squeeze? So is silver about to become the next lithium and cause the real silver squeeze? Well, to find out, let's cut to a clip from Metals Investor Forum and listen to investor Chen Lin.
And today I'm going to talk about all the metals, but in particular I like silver. My thesis is silver is a new lithium. Okay, and I see something that so far nobody has picked up, including the famous Silver Institute. So let's get started. So this is a disclaimer. It basically says this is for the entertainment or education purpose. Okay, so, and then this is a further disclaimer. So I'm writing, most of my job is manage my family's asset. I'm like a fund, okay? And I also publish a newsletter. And my particular, I'm not a gold bug. Even a lot of my friends are. My partner, Jay Taylor, is. And I'm not a silver bug as well. I'm not a particular bullish on one particular commodity. Okay, back in 2012, you remember that's the top of the market. I was telling people to get out because I see, it's getting peaking, and then we making a lot of money from 2009 to 2012 in gold and silver. It's time to look for other sectors. And when the March come, when silver was $12, if you remember the March of 2020, I was really one of the few guys pounding the table to buy silver at $12, because at that time people think silver will hit $10, silver will go to single digit. But for my calculation, I thought 12 is very good risk reward, and then we got in, and we made money. Okay, I see silver going to have a big run here. Okay, I can see the gold-silver ratio historically was 1 to 10. Now it's 60 or 70 or 80, whatever. It's way too high. We'll see how low it goes, okay? So let me see. Okay, let's just go back a little bit. I mean, oh, I already got it. Okay, that's okay. So, well, before I put that, because a lot of people ask me about China when I was talking. I mean, I have a lot of friends in Shanghai and relatives as well. So I just talk a little bit. So China, the financial hub of China is Shanghai. Most of the fund manager is in Shanghai. So when 1 month ago, Shanghai started to lock down, all the funds are clean house. They sold everything, okay? They have US stock, China stock, whatever. They sell it because people are there, are literally hunger. They're dying. They're very, very upset. They were, locked in a big giant prison called Shanghai, right? So there was a tremendous selling. And every day happened in the morning from Asia. So I warned in my newsletter, this will be just like 2020. We'll have a smaller scale of 2020. We'll have a go quick down. Potentially, we may have a rebound as soon as Shanghai is opening up. Right now, Shanghai COVID cases is down about 95%. So they're talking about reopening next month. Finger crossed if they are. I mean, some of my friends, they suffer a lot. Okay, I hope them well. But I think as soon as China is opening up, the physical demand of gold and silver will come back. Okay, because right now people are not shopping, not going super shopping malls, and gold is something that you don't do online order, right? So you need to touch it before you buy. So that's the thing about China. I just touch up a little bit. So let's look at the recently published Silver Institute report, okay? So this was published a few weeks ago. And they basically, you can see global silver supply is very flat. Okay, if we're going down a little bit, it's about 1 billion ounce. Okay, if you translate to ounce, it's just about that, very, very flat as a pancake. And the demand is about matching the supply. Okay, so what it does is it show you, here is what I want to talk about, which is used in photoelectronics, which is really is the solar panel, right? The solar panel right now, okay, is 13% last year using, you can see that. And then they predict, our Silver Institute predict will go down to 12% this year. Okay, so I'm just, my thesis is just completely opposite. Okay, this is the Silver Institute report. What did they see is, you can see this factor, the loading factor. Okay, so basically how much silver used per solar panel is going down every year. That's their prediction. But however, the silver, because solar panel demand is going up like this, the total silver usage still go up, right? You can see the silver doubled demand in solar panel. It's about 13%. Remember that, 13%, 110 million ounce was used last year. So this is a report I got from China, okay? You know the 99% of solar panel is manufactured in China. China basically completely dominates solar panel industry with all, as well as with all the technology. All the significant technology advance in the past few years came from China. So this is a report I got, proprietary report I got from a Chinese guy, okay, my contact. So this is I translate a little bit here, most important column, right? So this is, we are talking about N-type solar panel. There's a P-type and N-type. N-type is taking off because N-type is more efficient. So right now, the most dominating, most used solar panel is called, P-pack. So it's pretty efficient. Okay, you can see their lab efficiency is 24%. Real life is about 23% convert. Okay, so this is used, that's generally about worldwide demand, 200 gigawatts, okay, solar panel. But this one, TOPCon, is coming next year, I was talking. Why this is better? The efficiency increased by 1%. You can see that, right? Even in Chinese, but the number is there. So efficiency increased by 1%. Actually, it's almost 4% total, because you think about divided by 24%. So they increase the total efficiency by 4%, and you see how much silver they use, okay? This, in the current technology, use about 80 milligram. It's very little. It's about a few pennies, okay, per wafer. And then the next technology coming next year, they're going to use 10 to 20 or 120 milligram per wafer. That's a new technology. And then it's more efficient than the current technology. So let's see what's the next, the one after next. People telling me that this one is HJT. Okay, they has even more efficient. It's almost 10% more efficient than the current solar panel. And then how much silver used? They're going to use 150% to 200% more silver. So, and then this is the production this year. It's 200 gigawatts, it's 40, and then this is 10 because it's more expensive, right? Technology hasn't matured. So my thesis is that this charge from Silver Institute going to inverse in the next year or two. Okay, so instead of the silver loading factor per panel going down, we'll have a big uptip here. Okay, so as an investor, you make a lot of money when most people are wrong. You are right, you make a lot of money. Okay, so which I think will be coming. So the key to watch will be at the, right now silver is still going down. Maybe it will break 20, who knows? That's better. So you can accumulate silver. By the end of the year, I think, when next year's production plan coming out, especially from China, people will calculate how much silver we're going to use, right? And then next year, this time, the Silver Institute will update their forecast. Maybe they will see, oops, this is wrong. We have to go up the load. So that's when we have the moment. Okay, so let's go down here. So there's another new technology coming also from China. It's a double-sided panel. Okay, so what had happened was on your roof, you just need one side solar panel. Okay, so but if right now the big solar farm, they are talking about put on a desert, right? Europe want to put the Sahara desert full of solar panels, so they don't need any energy from Russia. So the advantage, a big advantage right now is the double-sided, because what happened was there's a reflection from the sun underneath here, okay? So you have another, you're building the solar farm anyway. If you put another side of that, you have increase of 20 to 40%, okay? And then there are also another practical consideration, because in the desert, there's a lot of sand coming, sandstorm, whatever, it gets dirty from time to time, so you have to clean it. But what attracts the sand is the top layer, not the bottom layer. So all they need is to flip it, right? So from time to time, you flip it, and then you clean the bottom layer, so it's much, much easier to maintain. So my point is that the double-sided panel will also take off. Okay, not from your roof, but for the solar farm. So we think that will almost also double the silver usage per waffle. So this is this is from in Saudi Arabia. Okay, this is by one of the Chinese companies. So this is the trend. This is beginning of the year. Okay, people have very conservative ways, and they think it doubled in the past 3 years, but I think they will double maybe in 5-10 years. But I think it's wrong, because with this Russian war, with energy shortage, this probably will continue this. So we will increase. You see the picture is the solar per panel will go up dramatically while the solar panel go up dramatically. So the 2 and 2 will be together, will dramatically increase the silver usage in solar panel, okay? So this is, so the thesis is that we can easily take at least 300 million in the next couple of years. We could take a lot more, because if CNN is right, if all these Germans, Europeans, derivation is right, you need 10 times more solar energy, then you will use all the silver in the world production in solar panel, and that's not enough. So there's my thesis, is that I think we are the beginning where the inflection of the point that the solar panel, in order to increase the efficiency, a lot more silver are needed. Okay, and then it's very little cost for the solar panel. You think about it, you add a few pennies, but of course, if a silver is much more expensive, it's different, but I think it's going that way. And the silver is the new lithium. I remember I was on CNN 5 years ago. I said, what's the new upcoming metal? I said, lithium. And I was asked, what is lithium? Right, the anchor didn't know what is lithium. I think in a few years, everybody will talk about silver.
So I recently did this video, Silver's Clean Energy Future, where we looked at the industrial use, the moving to the electrification of the economy, and how much silver is going to be used in that transition. And I also recently did this video, Silver Supercycle, on the back of the commodity supercycle, which I argue that we're in, and we're going to see this play out throughout the rest of this decade. But as you saw from Chen Lin's presentation, the demand for silver in solar panels that are coming out of China, and I think listening to Chen is probably knows a bit more about what's happening in China in terms of that demand for those type of metals than any of us. I think we should listen and pay attention, not dismiss what he's got to say. But I've shared on this channel that I'm bullish silver for the monetary reasons, inflationary reasons, soon to be stagflationary reasons, but also from an industrial sense. And you guys know my thoughts on the whole, changing our energy system and the science and everything behind that. Put that to one side. This is where we're moving, whether we like it or not. Governments and the elites around the world are moving in this direction. And so you have to invest for it. You can't be blind. You can't be silly. And once again, listening to Chen Lin, silver become the new lithium. And in a few years' time, will people be talking about silver like they talk about lithium today? And 5 months ago, I did this video, The Real Silver Squeeze, where we talked about silver's fundamentals. Once again, the supply and demand side of things. We talked about the LBMA's silver investment report. And also Rick Rule was talking about how we just need silver demand or assets, silver and silver miners, to go back to the mean of what people hold as a percentage of their portfolio, and we'll see a 3 to 4 times move or squeeze from that sense. And no matter what type of investor you are, whether you're a value investor, a growth investor, whether you as a growth investor, you use PEG ratios or look at the earnings growth, you're guessing and measuring what a company's future earnings are going to be, or whether you're a value investor and you do discounted cash flow models or methods, and whatever your strategy is, you're looking at future earnings, future cash flows, discounting them back. And look, the good growth investors that I know, yes, they look at the future earnings and the earnings growth, but they also do try to buy it at a good price. They don't just pay any price simply because a company's growing their earnings. So, but what they're doing is they're looking ahead and making an assumption of where the future cash flows or future earnings are going to be, and they make decisions now and then wait. So they position themselves now based on the future. As a macro investor, what we do is look at the macro environment and we work out, are we heading into a deflationary or an inflationary environment in the years ahead, in the months and years ahead? And then we position ourselves now for that. And with the whole silver thing, I know a lot of people are upset and frustrated with silver, but the fundamentals, the macro, has set up that precious metals and commodities should do very, very well in the years ahead. And so you position yourself now, you position yourself now, especially when they're being beaten down. And I think one of the best phrases, investment phrases, was from a non-investor. Now, my Canadian and American friends will definitely know this name. In fact, I reckon most people will know Wayne Gretzky, the great man himself, is well known for his statement: skate to where the puck is going, not where it has been. That's the same thing with investing. Skate to where the puck is going, not to where it's been. Don't invest in silver because of where the price is now. Don't sell silver because of where the price is now. Look at where silver is going. Now, if you think silver is going down to $12 by the end of this decade or in the years ahead, then maybe you shouldn't own it. For me, the fundamentals make sense. You've just seen from Chen Lin, the macro environment tells me that silver is going to do exceptionally well. So I'm skating to where the puck is going, not to where it's been. Now, for those of you, I am a bit of a ice hockey fan, even though we don't have much ice hockey here in Australia. Please don't kill me, but I am a Chicago Blackhawks fan, and I was in the US when they won the 2015 title. In fact, when they won it, I was sitting in the Admiral's Lounge at LA Airport, getting ready to head back to Australia. So I am a bit of a ice hockey fan, and I think this is a great quote for investors to think about. And this is a philosophy that I have when it comes to investing, and I highly recommend it to you guys. So watch the full Chen Lin video. Watch the full interview, because he's got so much more to say than what I just shared. But I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? For me, it makes sense. For me, I see where the puck is going, or at least I think where the puck is going. And, you got to have a crack. You got to have a crack. Anyway, love to see your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. If you like this video, as always, guys, please give me that big thumbs up. Really do appreciate it. If you haven't yet subscribed, do so and hit that notification bell. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again on another episode of Finance Uncut.